Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva, tvameva vidya dravidam tvameva, tvameva sarvam Mama Deva Deva, Tvameva Sarvam, Mama Deva Deva. So, we first chant Shri Ram Jai Ram. Please join me in singing this. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
The next chant is Shri Yogananda, Guide to Inner Freedom, Steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Shri Yogananda, guide to inner freedom, steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Shri Yogananda, guide to inner freedom, seal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Shri Yogananda, guide to inner freedom, steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Shri Yogananda, guide to inner freedom, steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Shri Yogananda, guide to inner freedom, steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Shri Yogananda, guide to inner freedom, steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Shri Yogananda, guide to inner freedom, steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Shri Yogananda, guide to inner freedom, steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Shri Yogananda, guide to inner freedom, steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Shri Yogananda, guide to inner freedom, steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Shri Yogananda, guide to inner freedom, steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. Steal into my heart of hearts, banish my delusions. The next chant is Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee.
Hello, everyone. This next chant is Om Guru. The words are very simple. 2 words, Om Guru. Please sing along with me. And this chant, Jai Guru. We had Om Guru, now Jai Guru. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Paramahansa Yogananda, Jai Guru, Jai. Great, thank you. Okay, welcome, everyone. We're so happy to have everyone here. We have a few announcements. Why don't you come, Krishna, and say those few announcements?
Namaskaram. Welcome, everyone. Just a quick thing that just for logistics, the washrooms are located on this side. There are a few this side as well, but most of them are here. And for water and tea, the refreshments are available outside. And we request everyone to please keep the phones on silent or vibrate so that we all have the opportunity to listen to God's call within. Thank you.
And I would now like to welcome Acharya Sandhya. She is our center leader here in Ananda, Hyderabad. And we're so just grateful to have her presence here leading the Ananda Hyderabad Center. So please come up, Sandhya ji. Thank you so much.
ఓకే సుస్వాగతం. ఇక్కడ విచ్చేసిన అందరికీ ప్రత్యేక అభినందనలు. మీకు ఈరోజు ఒక సుదినంగా ఉండాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాము. సో వెల్కమ్ టు యూ ఆల్ ఆన్ బిహాఫ్ ఆఫ్ Ananda Sangha, Hyderabad. And we specially welcome our esteemed guests, Nayaswami Dhyana ji and Nayaswami Aditya ji, and of course our chief guest, Padmashri Dr. Karthikeyan ji. We are so grateful for having with us. So I'll just talk a little bit about, and of course all friends and families for a long time, and we have been coming, this is our third event, so it's great to see some old and new faces. So thank you so much for being here. So I'll just talk a little bit about actually who are we. It's a very short introduction, but Ananda means it's fellowship in, Ananda Sangha means fellowship in joy and divine joy. So it's Ananda is a global spiritual movement sharing the teachings of self-realized master Paramahamsa Yogananda ji. He initiated the West into the light of Kriya Yoga and is best known for his spiritual classic Autobiography of Yogi. Ananda was founded in 1968 by Swami Kriyananda, a direct disciple of Swami Yogananda ji. We are honored to have Nayaswami Dhyana ji and Dr. Aditya ji, who have been with Swami Kriyananda ji for decades and dedicated their lives in service, always living by Guru's teachings and sharing with truth seekers like us. And Padmashri Dr. Karthikeyan ji, who dedicated his life to public service, who has been a long friend of Swami Kriyananda. So thank you for being here. I'll just give a little short introduction to Nayaswami Dhyana ji and Dr. Aditya ji. Both are actually leading the Ananda India Sangha work here. Nayaswami Dhyana ji is a co-spiritual director of Ananda Sangha India. She started to study the teachings of Paramahamsa Yogananda in 1978 and met Swami Kriyananda in 1980. She has shared the teachings of Yogananda ji in the US, Europe, Africa, Australia and India. Dhyana ji also has helped in founding several Ananda communities and centers, including Hyderabad Center. She leads and offers many training programs in meditation, including Kriya Yoga and Raja Yoga. And Nayaswami Dr. Aditya ji is an assistant director of Ananda Sangha India. He is an instrumental force in Ananda Sangha in guiding and sharing the Yogananda ji's teachings. Dr. Aditya is a medical doctor, helped to establish and run a rural health clinic in Pune, India. He conducts many workshops on health, healing, happiness, success across the globe. He also works with industry leaders, including Tata Institute Management and Training Center, Infosys, and Apollo Hospitals, Metro, and many more. He's also Yoga Island certified yoga teacher and Ananda healing teacher. Please welcome them with big applause, and we request them to come onto the stage. And now I also request Meenakshi, Monica, and Rishi to offer a small token of gratitude and so one more big applause. Thank you. Dhyana ji is saying it's a big token, not small token of gratitude. Now I request lighting the lamp to start our today's program. Now I request the choir to come up. Thank you.
So this song is called Life is Beautiful, because life is always beautiful, written by Swami Kriyanandaji, who was a direct disciple of Paramahansa Yogananda. So we will sing for you, Life is Beautiful.
Life is beautiful, life is gay, when I give myself away, when I live to please thee, Lord, dancing in thy ray. Let me see thee everywhere, hear thy melodies in the air, let me feel thy strength in me, give me joy to share. Life is beautiful, life is gay, when I give myself away, when I live to please thee, Lord, dancing in thy ray. Let me see thee everywhere, hear
Thank you, Sandhya, everybody, the choir. Good morning. How is everybody? So we'll practice this a few times. Paramhans Yogananda ji, so Swami Kriyananda told us, he lectured for decades around the world, and he said he would demand of his audience, and today's topic is very much one in which we would be needing this energy. He would demand, how is everybody? And the audience would respond, awake and ready. And to climb that little mountain, we need that energy. So let's begin. And also friends who are joining online, since this is a live telecast, let's do this. How is everybody? How feels everybody? Okay, let's wake up this side a little bit more. You see, you're not saying this to me or to Yogananda ji. You're saying this, interestingly, to your own higher self, that I am awake and ready for what's coming. How is everybody? Now that feels wonderful. Somebody was really awake over here. Okay, friends, namaste once again. And really such a delight to be in this beautiful city of Hyderabad. I remember my teacher, Guru, Swami Kriyananda ji. He very much wanted to come here. Sri Karthikeyan ji had done a wonderful program hosted a program for Swamiji in Chennai. We had thousands of people that came. And Swamiji, he said, sir, we'll now come again to Chennai. We'll go to Hyderabad. And when you're 86 and Kriyananda ji had done outreach all his life. When he was 22 years old, he had just joined Yogananda's work in Los Angeles, and Paramhans Yogananda, right in the very first year, asked him to give Kriya initiations to others, to travel. He said, your life will be one of intense activity, editing and writing. And Kriyananda ji did that for close to 65 years. But at that time, Swami said, Karthikeyan ji, I don't know if my body will allow. And he said, but I very much want to go there. So I hope you feel Swamiji, Yogananda ji are very much with us. And it's so sweet, so interesting that we are doing this program, friends, in this hall of Sathya Sai Baba. I believe this was inaugurated by him. That in 1962, Swami Kriyananda ji was here. I'll tell you a few stories about his presence in Nellore. He was then in Bangalore, where he met Sathya Sai Baba. But let's start with the subject of today, which is, how do we attain our highest potential? Let's begin with one or two exercises, because it ties to our topic. And very simple, right where you are, let's rise. And just for 5 seconds, close your eyes, mentally scan the body to feel how much energy you can feel in your body. I will not be asking anybody, but just how are you feeling? And how much mental alertness are we feeling right now? Okay, now please open your eyes. We'll do very simple breathing exercises and body movements, and see, taught by Yogananda ji. First let's start with a deep inhalation through the nose. Breathe out from the mouth. 2 more times. 1 last time. Now we'll do a double inhalation and double exhalation as he taught it. We'll teach this in more detail in the afternoon, but let's practice right now. I'll demonstrate once. Double inhalation. Double exhalation. 2 more times. 1 last time. Now we will add the third component, tensing the body as we inhale, relaxing the body as we exhale. Follow me. Double inhalation. Tensing all the muscles in the body. Breathe out. Relax. Double inhalation. And tensing every muscle in the body, holding the tension. Breathe out. Consciously relax. Now 2 more times. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale and relax. 1 last time. Breathe out and relax. Another very simple exercise, full yogic breath. We will do this later also. Rub your hands, and if you can't bend forward, we'll do it only standing today. Inhale. As you exhale, gently bend forward. Inhale up. Exhale slowly all the way down. Close your eyes. We'll do this 3 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down, and exhale any tensions, worries. Inhale joy, wakefulness, readiness. Breathe out, and 2 more times in silence. One last time. Let's inhale and bring the hands around the body to the side, gently opening our eyes. And one last exercise, and I'm really giving you a sample of one pranayam from many, one exercise out of 39, and this is 1 out of 6. We'll simply walk in place if you can, if the space allows, around the chairs, and say these words to yourself, to your brain, to your body cells. I'm awake and ready. 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 Now be careful of your neighbors. We'll practice strict ahimsa. I am positive, energetic, enthusiastic. 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 Like we did in the beginning, just for 5 to 10 seconds, let's close our eyes. Let the hands rest by your side. Let the heart and breath catch up. Gently lift your gaze behind closed eyelids, as if you're setting the inner intention to achieve your highest, your truest potential. And just for 5 to 10 minutes, let's scan the body for how much energy we are feeling, how is the mind, how are the feelings right now. Om Shanti. Please be seated. So how many people felt an increase in their awareness or energy, physically, mentally? Can I see a show of hands? Okay, that's a good response. Now you see, keep this topic in your mind, friends. Life happens. My background is in medicine. This morning as I was driving with Karthikeyanji, we were talking about this wonderful book. He gifted me this wonderful book of Dr. Palani Vellu, who is a world-renowned surgeon. Twice has been voted India's most prestigious award. He's received the B.C. Roy Award, but he rose from extreme poverty. And when a health issue happens, some news comes to us, you listen to some news in the world, so many times this despondency can come. We can forget who we really are. I was telling you about that story of Ramana Maharishi's disciple, Yogi Ramaya. Where is Seshu in our crowd? Seshu is here. Seshu's uncle in 1960s translated when Swami Kriyananda ji, he was traveling across India. He was a young monk and he met Ramana Maharishi's most advanced disciple, Yogi Ramaya. And Yogi Ramaya told him, he said, always practice this exercise of asking, who am I? And it is a very core, fundamental teaching of Jnana Yoga. Paramhansa Yogananda ji also taught. Yogananda ji emphasized more on Raja Yoga, Kriya Yoga. But Raja Yoga encompasses Jnana Yoga, Bhakti, Karma Yoga. But why are we discussing that? Many times we can feel I am just this body, this illness, this energy level that has come upon me. This is who I am. And Yogi Ramaya was reminding him, he says, always ask. And what happens with that question? The deeper you go in that analysis, am I just this body? In the beginning, of course. You know, they say God resides in everybody, in everything. So it's natural to say, oh yes, who am I? I'm Aditya. There's the story Kriyananda used to tell us of this man. His son came of age and he said, Father, I want to find a guru like you. I want to find the truth, my highest potential. He said, you need a guru. In this forest, a saint lives. Why don't you go there? And so this man, young man, goes there. He reaches this sage and the saint asks him, who are you? He said, sir, I am Narendra. And after some time, this yogi looks around and again their eyes meet and he said, who are you? He said, oh, I am Narendra, son of so-and-so. My father has sent me to you. Again, after some time, he looks at me. You can guess the question. He says, and who are you? And this man thought that he's hard of hearing. He said, I am Narendra. And he says, I'm not hard of hearing. Don't shout. But who are you? I get your name, but who are you? And then this boy said, I never thought about it. He said, why don't you give it a thought? It's a very important question with a very important answer. You're looking for that answer, but you don't know it. And then this boy thought about it. And he said, sir, I am beginning to understand I must be more than this name and personality and body and the relations I find myself in. But I really don't know who I am still. And then this guru said, now that you have begun this exercise, there is much we can talk about. And so it was. These are very, truth is not new, Swami Kriyananda ji used to remind us. But it is new. For you and me, it's like a new discovery. Each time we probe it further, each time we experience that, each time we ask that question, we find something higher unveiling in our potential. Swami Kriyananda ji, when he met Sathya Sai Baba, they had a wonderful time together. And Kriyananda ji, he writes in one of the books over here, Visit to Saints of India, he said he was very moved by his presence. And he said that, one of the things, there's many things he said, but one of the things he said right there in front of me and others, he said he moved his hands like this and he materialized a necklace and he put it around my neck. Then he said he materialized a fresh flower garland. And he said his disciples later told Kriyananda ji, this is the only second time that Sathya Sai Baba gave somebody a garland, which he said had the power. He said, if you hold it in your hand and pray for anybody, that person has to get healed. That person will be healed. And Swami Kriyananda ji thought about these things and the way Sathya Sai Baba was doing it. And he says the interesting thing was, there was nothing of a show in it. On the contrary, he was showing, see how easy it is to do these things. See, don't you see, it's only physical things that I am creating. And then Kriyananda ji said his disciples, they were not at all fascinated by these things. For them, it was the love of the Guru that mattered the most. So the point is, when we are thinking of our true potential, yes, we start with the body. Most people would say, well, I'd like to be healthy, I'd like to be fit. I mean, frankly, towards the end, I'll share a little bit of my own journey. That's how it starts, that I want to be healthy, energetic. And that's a very good goal to have. For some people, it may be, I have a healthy body, but I really can't focus my mind. How do I focus my... Well, if your body is not healthy, you'll have to work on that first. But if the body is good, then you work on the mind, that I want to focus it, I want to develop powers of concentration. Once you have that, and you must be knowing many students who are wonderful and brilliant, but Kriyananda ji used to remind us, he said, unfortunately, many times later in their life, you may hear, so-and-so was so brilliant, he was a gold medalist and so on, but they committed suicide one day, high up in their career even, and mostly sometimes way up there. And Kriyananda ji said, how was the person's emotional health, emotional potential, calmness, taking criticism, openness, so many things. The lists are long. For each person, the need is different. So that's another potential. And then comes, really, once you're on the emotional healthy side, you begin to ask the question, who am I? who is really doing all this? Another thing Yogananda used to remind us was, he said, you see, we are right now in this age of energy, which is why he gave us energization exercises. But he said earlier we were in the dark ages, Kali Yuga. Now we are in the age of Dwapara. And he said the caste system was grossly misunderstood and practiced. Now what is the caste system? It's a moment by moment indicator for each person. What is their highest potential? The Brahmin consciousness, and I'll talk about it. And where are you? I spent 6 years in our men's monastery living with my brother monks, and my bed, when I would wake up, right where I'm seeing actually Sathya Sai Baba's image and a clock, right in front of my eyes were these 4 dots. They were a daily morning evaluation. Where are you today, Aditya? If I wake up my eyes and I'm like, oh no, it's Monday morning or whichever morning, I don't know, I just want to stay in bed. Now, sometimes rest is good, but imagine somebody who's always in bed. You ask somebody for help and they say, well, I'll think about it. Let me come back to you. They don't have energy to help themselves. They don't have energy to help other people. What is the consciousness? It's lazy. It's tamasic. It is a Shudra consciousness. And many people feel, if only nobody asked me anything and I did nothing, I'll be happy. You won't be happy. Try to stay in a bed, I don't know, 2-3 days. You would want to get out and do something, and you reach Vaishya consciousness. And you may say, what can I do for you? And why do you ask that question? Because you know if you're going to do something for somebody, they might praise you, they'll give you money, perhaps you'll make a lot of friends. And that's a good motivation. It's one step higher. So you say, I'll do something for you, because it makes me happy and I want things for myself. Now, it's better than the first stage, but again, try, but don't try too long. Try to only think about yourself. You can't run a family successfully. You can't be a good father, mother, friend. You won't have any friends. You will not be anybody's best friend if you're only thinking of yourself, because you are like a merchant. I'll do this if there are conditions on everything you do. That's not your high potential as a human being. Well, let's reach the third stage. And you say, you know, and we do it with some people, but we can try to do it for more and more people. It's a Kshatriya consciousness that I don't care about what people are giving to me. Praise, awards, medal, name, fame, money. Does a mother ask for those things? Does a father ask for those things? No. Do you ask that from your best friend, siblings? No. Do some people ask that of their country? No. I'm seeing Karthikeyanji over here. He was given the Padma Shri Award for solving the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case in record time. And during that time, sir received many death threats to leave the project. He did not. He persevered. Threats to him, his family. That's a Kshatriya consciousness. There was nothing personal at stake. I want to do this because it's the right thing to do, and it gives me joy and it awakens me to my higher potential. And Yogananda said, when you've done that a few times, you reach the stage, and when I say a few times, it means lifetimes, the soul's journey. And you say at one point, you know, I'm happy to die for a cause, I'm happy to do this for charity, for my friends, family, country, but the question starts coming in your mind. What is the purpose of life? What is life? Where does it come from? Where does it originate from? Who is implanting these thoughts in my heart? Why am I acting so nobly? Where am I, you see, where am I going? And Yogananda said that is the beginning of the Brahmin consciousness. That, oh, maybe there is a creator. Maybe I'm a child of God. If I'm a child of God, I should talk to him. I should ask what he wants. There's a very sweet thing Kriyananda ji said about Yogi Ramaya. You can see why he was the most advanced disciple of Ramana Maharishi. Kriyananda ji said, sometimes you have teachers who have millions of followers, and that's a good thing. You're teaching them wonderful things. A guru or a teacher may have 100 followers. And he said, when he met Yogi Ramaya, that was in a remote village way outside of Nellore. It was so basic, there wasn't even a bathroom over there, Kriyananda ji said. And there were hardly a few people. And Kriyananda ji asked Yogi Ramaya, sir, you have so much to give to the world. He was a Siddha, a Param Mukta. He said, you have so much to give to the world. Why don't you come out and spread these teachings with others? What a beautiful question. It's like you found a diamond. Let everybody see it. And here's the beautiful response. You can see why he was a Param Mukta. Yogi Ramaya simply said to Swami Kriyananda, God has done what he wanted to do through this body. What does that mean? That there is no personal ego over there. There is no desire. When the ego goes away, the Jivatma meets Paramatma. The soul unites once again with God. So when we are speaking of these different levels of potentials, we all have to be like I was, to the best of my ability, being honest with those 4 dots, that what's my motivation today? And you can do this moment by moment because it does change. It changes from person to person, circumstance to circumstance. I want to do this, I don't want to do this. But when you're tired of being at the foothill or sitting too much on the side lines and the slopes, that level of motivation has to come from within. That my happiness depends on attaining my highest potential. Paramahansa Yogananda ji one time said, he said, a disciplined mind. In the beginning, discipline seems a little bit like bitter medicine because we haven't gotten used to that level of discipline. But then he said, a disciplined mind is a very happy mind. So keep that in your mind, whether it's body, whether it is mind, and these things. Now, Yogananda ji also shared a very interesting scale. He said, when we think of potential, I spoke of body, the matter reality, the spiritual reality, but let's say for a moment the emotional reality. I one time when Kriyananda ji asked me to share the teachings, I said, sir, what aspect of the teachings? He himself, by the way, friends, he was a direct disciple of Yogananda, and Yogananda ji said to him towards the end of his life, he said, I want you to know, you have pleased me very much. Kriyananda ji wrote 150 books, 400 pieces of music. He used to speak 9 languages. He took 15,000 art photographs, established 9 communities worldwide, on and on. 7,000 lectures that we are now digitizing and such. And you ask the question, how can one person do so much? And Kriyananda ji said, the secret is, now, I'll give you the highest statement that he said. The secret is, I didn't do it. Well, how did it get done? So you start. Then he said, then you invite God and Guru to help you. And he said, when you go higher and higher, when your ego sort of effaces, you realize God alone was acting. God alone exists. He says, that is how I did it. My Guru did it through me. So many times he would say, I cannot do this. My body, like he told Karthikeyanji, it will not allow. But then he said, but my Guru can do anything through me. So keep that in mind, that as we seek our higher potentials, we start, you and I will, and I hope some of you will start with the How to Meditate class and take your journey and steps towards Raja Yoga and Kriya Yoga. But as you go along the teachings, you will realize you by yourself can only do so much. But when you bring like a sibling, like a friend, like a parent, God and gurus, think of God as mother, as father. Which infant can say, well, I can do it all, I'm 3 days old? It just doesn't work. You know it's laughable. So the highest potentials are so high. Like Sri Yukteswar ji told Yogananda, Yogananda ji said, sir, please tell me some stories of Mahavatar Babaji. And Sri Yukteswar said, I want you to first know the human mind cannot comprehend his heights and greatness. Then he said, I'll tell you some stories also, but those are the potentials, not just for them, for you and me. The great masters don't write these books and stories, like I said in the beginning, to show off. It is to show, don't you see? I once went to a lady saint. She was the most advanced disciple of Neem Karoli Baba. And she was in silence for 62 years, but she knew all our thoughts. At one point, I had gone in another room and I thought, I wish I had just a little bit more time to ask her some questions. You know, one can be very talkative around a silent saint, surprisingly. And that's what somehow people were doing. And I thought, I wish we could just be quiet around her. 5 seconds later, her son came out and he said, Ma wants to see you. She's calling you. How did she know? But here's the interesting thing. Our group was from 30 to 65-year-old people. And when somebody asked her a question about God realization, self-realization, which is our highest goal, our potential, this is what she said. Very sweetly, not sarcastically or putting us down. Her son was telepathically communicating to us, but this is what she said. She said, you are all little children. 65-year-old people, little children. She said, you are all little children in kindergarten. Keep doing what your guru has told you. Keep thinking of God. Who knows when God will come to you? Only God and your guru. But do your part. Nishkam karma. The joy of improving ourselves. The joy of deep thinking. The joy of practicing yoga, pranayam. And I'll finally close with these thoughts that how does Kriya Yoga help us? You see, Kriyananda ji said the three main spiritual philosophies of India are, he said Sankhya, Vedanta, and I'll name the third one later. He said Sankhya in essence teaches us that everything is dual. I'll tell you friends, in my background as a doctor, now physical health, I'm not sidelining it at all. It is an important step, but it's not the final step certainly. Saint Francis of Assisi, he had a broken body. And Yogananda said, at his touch, dead people would come back to life. That is the amount of energy that was flowing through him. So in this world, Sankhya says, of duality, you will be born and you will die. You will meet people, then you have to separate. You will inhale, you will exhale. You will be happy and you will not be happy. It is how this universe was created. The universe itself does not last. We know days of Brahma, nights of Brahma, the Big Bang Theory and so on. The important thing he said is, you don't find lasting happiness over here unless you follow some rules. What are those rules? Vedanta, where the Vedas, the way of living ends. Vedanta promises, yes, what Sankhya is saying is true, but a few people have found everlasting joy, Satchit Ananda, immortality. And then you ask the question, I want to be one of those few. And the third philosophy, which is really not a philosophy because philosophy means love for wisdom. The third philosophy is yoga. And yoga is a science, not really a philosophy, it's a science. It teaches us how. Take charge of your posture, your attitudes, your habits, your breath, your energy. Keep the gaze focused. Again, Yogi Ramaya told Swamiji, if you stay here at the point between the two eyebrows, he says, gradually the Kundalini will rise. All the chakras will open. And Yogananda said, add the heart's energy to the focus at the point between the two eyebrows. By your efforts, our efforts, God and Guru's grace, we all can attain this highest potential. So much joy to you. I think I'll find another time. This is our first of many visits. And we will share. I would love to share a little bit, like I said in the beginning, about my journey coming all the way here. But most importantly, we are all on this journey. We all need to help each other, support each other, and walk together till we enter the light. God bless you. As I promised, let's do one more round. This time you'll see your body feels different. A full yogic breath, and then Dhyanaji will take us forward. Let's all rise. Also, friends who are online, please do this with us in your homes. Just be careful. Don't hurt your spine if you're having backache. Respect the limitation of the body. Now, this last time we focused on the body and the breath. This time let's think of energy, prana, the wave of positivity and any dejection if you're still feeling. So inhale joy and optimism, exhale any negative qualities you're trying to get rid of. We'll do this 5 to 6 times. So let's rub our hands together. Let's inhale. Breathe out as you go forward, bending forward, releasing the tensions behind the leg and spine. Inhale joy and enthusiasm. And let's do 4 more rounds in complete silence at your own pace. One last breath. Inhale deeply, completely. This is the Dirgh pranayam. Bring the hands to the side. Closing our eyes, standing just for 5 to 10 seconds. Feel the energy, the lightness. Try to visualize a light at the point between the 2 eyebrows or a sense of peace and stillness there. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Please be seated, friends. I'd like to invite Dhyana ji now.
Good morning. Nam Peru Dhyana. I'm very happy to be here with you today. And I want to ask you a question before I get started. How many of you have read this book, Autobiography of a Yogi? It's here on the table. And just so you know, these are the teachings that we're offering to you today. They're from the great master, Paramahansa Yogananda ji, from Babaji. Our teacher was Swami Kriyananda ji. I lived with him for decades. I studied with him, and he taught us how to achieve the highest potential, your true potential. And so I want you to understand that we are sharing the great master's teachings with you so that you can take them home and you can practice them on your own. I'd like to just start with the reading. And also, before starting that, just tell you that these famous people read Autobiography of a Yogi. Steve Jobs from Apple read it every year and had it gifted to all people who came to celebrate his life at his passing. He talked about the great impact it had on his life. Oprah Winfrey praised the book for its role in her spiritual journey and upliftment and meditation practice. George Harrison of the Beatles credited it with helping him achieve inner peace. Bill Gates, Microsoft co-founder, acknowledged its influence on his understanding of a balanced life. And Virat Kohli, the Indian cricketer, shared his admiration for the book on social media, encouraging others to read it. I hope you will read it. I hope you will get it today if you haven't. And quote from Yogananda ji, "Is there a power that can reveal hidden veins of riches and uncover treasures of which we have never dreamed? Is there a force that can call upon us to give health, happiness, and spiritual enlightenment. The saints and sages of India have taught that there is such a power. They uncovered truths that we have overlooked or forgotten. And these truths will work for you. Wake up. I love that. It is never too late to analyze what you are so that you can make yourself what you should be. You have talents and powers that you have not used and have all the power that you need. Finally, this great statement, the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but a life that never realized its full potential. What great words. From this great master, Yogananda ji. And in our life, what is our potential? It's to the heights. It's not with limitations of worries and fears and doubts, and I can't do it, and I don't want to do it, and I feel lazy, and I don't have the energy. It's to ignite within us the power that the great masters had, the power that they brought, the power that they gave to their disciples to have a divine life, to have a life that's filled with joy instead of sorrow all the time, a life that's filled with upliftment, inspiration, high thoughts, ideas, insights, instead of, I don't know what to do, how am I going to do it, who's going to help me do it, on and on and on. There's so many excuses. I'm thinking to write a book, The Book of Excuses. I've heard so many people live their whole life. If only, if I could, if I wouldn't, if I would have, if I wasn't so old, if I wasn't young, if I wasn't black, if I wasn't Indian, it goes on and on and on. But you have to realize, no matter what the outer covering, what your circumstances in life have been, where you came from, what your nationality is, what your race is, whatever, that potential of happiness, of peace, of joy, it's been brought by the great masters. They've said, we came for you to realize your highest potential of light, of joy, of peace, of power, of great wisdom. Each one of us has that. And we're carving out our life now. Like the beautiful story that our teacher, Swami Kriyanandaji, would tell. It's a story you all probably have heard of a sculptor. He would sculpt images out of marble of elephants. And he did such a beautiful job. People said, how do you sculpt it to make it look so much like an elephant? And he said, it's easy. I cut away everything that's not the elephant. Isn't that fantastic? We are carving out our own life. We are cutting away, or you might be adding, we hope we're cutting away everything that we're not, of heaviness, of depression, of negativity or nervousness or doubts. We're cutting away everything. From our actions, we do it. From our thoughts, we do it. From our attitudes, we do it. From our environments, we do it. From every part of our life, we are becoming, sculpting who and what we really are. I came from a challenging background. I didn't come from a wealthy family. I grew up in Los Angeles, in fact, in Watts, a poor area. But I kept saying to myself, this is not who I am. I will not live in this way. I will awaken, even when I was a young girl, I will awaken who and what I really am. The school I went to, Compton High, was rated the worst school in the whole country. Can you believe that? The worst school in the entire United States of America. But I rose up. I rose up, and I got in one of the best schools in university, UC Berkeley. I rose up, and I got into that school. And the very first quarter I was in the school, I had the lowest grade possible in the science class. But you know what happened? I rose up. I engaged my will. I wasn't even on the spiritual path yet. And I got the highest grade in the class. Of course, you had to average that out, so I got the middle grade. But I went from the lowest grade to the highest grade on that exam. And for 4 years, I worked. I strove for it. I fought for it. I used my willpower. I had a part-time job, but still, 4 hours a day, I was at the job. Many hours, I lived in the library, studying. I can learn. And did I learn? Absolutely I learned. Did I get energy? Absolutely. Did I get willpower? Absolutely. Did I graduate and get a diploma? Definitely. I did it because I wanted to do it. And I rose up. And right after that, interestingly enough, I met my great guru, my great teacher. And I met Ananda Sangha. I came into Ananda Sangha. And I knew because I had a good job, after college, I had a good home, I had a car, I had family, I had friends, I had everything. I said, I have everything. But I had nothing. Something was missing. What was missing? Me. Myself. Like Aditya was saying, who am I? What is this life about? What is the purpose? How can I serve? How can I do something in life? And then I met the great guru. I didn't meet in person Yoganandaji, but I certainly have met him in spirit. And I met in person and lived with and trained with this great disciple who lived with Yoganandaji 3.5 years, was trained by him, Swami Kriyananda. And what did I learn? I got a foundation for my life, a base that I could put everything on. I had no base. What is your base? I created a base of peace, a base of energy, a base of magnetism, a base of joy and happiness, a base of inspiration, of upliftment. I created that base through the teachings, the techniques, the tools of my great guru. And then my life took off. I came from those humble, challenged background to my life took off. And I lived in Europe teaching for Ananda, serving, going all throughout Europe. I spoke and speak Italian as well. And then after that, I went to Africa. I went to West Africa, to Nigeria, to teach, to share with people. I lived in a hut, no running water, no electricity. Still, enjoy sharing, teaching. And then I went to South Africa. Apartheid had just ended. Here I am going to South Africa. I never had a problem. And I taught people, all races, in South Africa. And then after that, I went to Australia. And I taught the Aussies. Then I lived in America. I went throughout different places in America teaching. I've been in India. 2005 se 20 saal. I live in India. I'm not a visitor. I'm not foreign. I'm half Indian, like it or not. And so, what does this mean for you? What do people strive for? What do people want in their lives? They want happiness. They want freedom. They want upliftment. They want high thoughts. They want inspiration. They want to reach for maybe a better job, maybe good relationships, maybe not have so many arguments with your spouse, maybe not have an argument with your boss at work, maybe take your boss's job. I mean, who knows what people want? And maybe you want to do other things. Maybe you want to speak a language. I speak Hindi. Main Hindi bolti hu. But I need practice. But anyway, you can speak a language or play an instrument. I play the Indian instruments. My friends play the Western instruments. You may want to sing. You may want to write a book. You may want to travel. What do you want to do? There's so much absolutely potential of everything that you want to do. Why not do it? Why not get up and do it? And so, what are the main things that hold people back? I'm going to go through them. And then I'm going to give you some solutions. What to do. We're not here just to give a philosophy. We live this. I've been living it for nearly 50 years. We know what to do. And so, what are the things that hold us back from our goals? First, energy. We just don't have enough. What saps the energy? You go out there, the traffic is horrendous. The pollution, Delhi's pollution is an 800 today. That's outrageous. The overcrowdedness, all the things. By the time you get home, you're just on the bed. You can't move. There's a lack of energy. We are living in times of low energy. But the yogis have taught how to bring that up. I'm going to go over it with you in a moment. So first thing, low energy keeps us from doing anything. Secondly, lack of will. Wow, the will. What does will mean? Willingness. I want to do it. I'm interested in doing it. The will to keep going. I play the Esraj it's only been a year and a half, but I play okay. Why do I play it okay? Because I practice. If people say, I want to learn to sing, they take 2 weeks of lessons and they drop. Oh, I want to learn this instrument, they take a week and then they drop. It has to be a continuous willingness. I want to do it. I want to practice. When Aditya was talking about Swami Kriyanandaji and his books, 150 books. How many people do you know wrote 1 book, 2 books, 3, 4, 10? 150 books, that's willpower. He was engaged. I was with him when he wrote many of those books. He would come out, here, read this, read this. He was engaged with willingness to serve and so much Shakti, power flowing through him. And he would go over a book many times. I'll go over that more with you later. But so, lack of follow through and will. An interesting one. Another one is lack of access to the higher part of your brain, of your consciousness. Lack of meditation, being able to uplift yourself and see the answers, see the insights, see the solutions, see what you can do with your life. Inspiration comes from not the problem consciousness level, which is what we're dealing with now, the conscious level. The subconscious is when we're asleep. Super conscious. You want to aim up. We'll go into that in a moment. I want to give you a technique of super consciousness. So how to lift up, to be able to draw inspiration and insights. Another is wrong company. If you're with negative people, you're going to feel down. You know, I say in the Sangha, there are many thousands of people who follow Yoganandaji. In the Sangha, if you're feeling kind of having a problem or whatever, you call a so-called friend who's not spiritually minded, so to speak, and you say, oh, can you help me? I've got a problem. Typically, what are they going to say? So do I. I got problems of my own. Don't bother me. But if you call somebody who's spiritually minded, they say, hey, I'll send you an affirmation. I'll send you a book. Let's go for a walk. Let's get to the Sangha. Let's read this book. Let's chant. This is what's needed. Positive company is so important. Good environment. I'll go into that more in a moment as well. And now I want to give you, say specifically on these topics, what you can do. The first is sit upright. Okay, so I'm a teacher, and you need to sit away from the back of the chair and do this with me. We did it standing up. Nobody's going to be sleeping in my class. I'll let you know. So, inhale, like we did standing. Don't stand. Do this. Tense your whole body. Exhale. Now, I don't want to have to call anybody on the stage to help me. Bring your arm out. Left arm. Put your right hand under that. I just want you to feel. The first topic I'm going into is energy. Now, tense your arm a little bit. Just a little. I'm quite strong. Now, tense a little more. Can you tense more? Some people are caving out. So, can you tense more? Is your arm vibrating? Look at my arm. Yes, yes. Now, relax, relax, relax. Now, put both arms out. Do you feel any difference in your arms? Yes. This one feels what? Lighter. Isn't it? Let's do the other side. Let's just try. Tense. Low tension. Put your hand under to help. Medium tension. Now I want you to tense as hard as you can. Your arm is vibrating. Now relax, relax, relax. Wonderful. Now feel both arms. Do they feel lighter than they did before? Your body will start to feel more light because of the flow of energy. Yogananda ji would say, if you could take 1 gram of your flesh and burst the atoms, you would be able to light a whole city with the power. He said, like Chicago, a whole city for a week. But nobody knows how to access the energy. Well, yogis do. And this is what we'll go into. And he would have, like we have the table here, but I'm not going to do this experiment, but maybe next time. He would have one place, he had 5 big police officers. He had them come up, and he said, now you try to push me. And they pushed. He said, that's all you can do. And they kept pushing it. He said, that's all you can do. And they pushed. And then he just went, pop! They all fell into the orchestra pit from the power. If you know how to engage it and access it and draw it into the body. From the medulla oblongata, there's energy coming in all the time. With the tension and relaxation, when we inhale and we exhale and we focus the energy, we charge the body battery. Okay, just like your phone, you have to charge it. We recharge, detoxify, and charge the body with energy. Okay, so let's do this now, what we did before, but sitting in a chair. So sit upright and inhale through the nose. Watch me first. I'm drawing in the life force. Then I'm detoxifying my body. All the pollution, you're lucky you live here. The pollution goes out. Okay, watch. Exhale through the mouth. Okay, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. I see some of you are getting it. Okay, are you with me? Let's try. We're going to recharge the body battery. You can do this sitting, standing, even lying down in the bed. You can do it. Okay? From Yogananda ji. Ready? Here we go. Feel the whole brain is getting prana into it. Exhale toxins. Release, release, relax. Inhale. Now exhale. We'll do it once more. Tense your whole body until it's vibrating. I can see all of you. Exhale. Now, close the eyes a moment and gaze at this point. Bring your arm out. I'm at parallel to the floor with the thumb up. Now, watch me a moment. Just lift your arm up about to 45 degrees. Look at your thumb with open eyes. Look there. Now close your eyes. Bring your arm down. We're gazing at least at the point of super consciousness, of higher awareness, higher consciousness, the spiritual eye, the third eye, the seat of enlightenment, of joy, of light. Without crossing the eyes, very gently keep the gaze upward. It's a natural, comfortable, even joyful feeling. This is the level of our consciousness, which is called super consciousness, where Yogananda ji said, we place our eyes, we lift them up when we meditate or connect with the divine, with our soul, with higher awareness, higher perceptions, higher consciousness. Gaze there one more moment. Just see how that feels. And every day, you can sit for just a moment and just look there. Feel the peace within. Maybe joy, calmness, centeredness. You may even see light. Feel your soul's nature, a high source of your part of your being from that point. We feel love in the heart. We feel the divine consciousness at the point between our eyebrows, the spiritual eye. Okay, open your eyes. We'll do this a bit more together later. And when we gaze there, we can feel an upliftment, isn't it so? So now you have two practices. This one, energy, and this one, gazing at the spiritual eye. Next is affirmations. Instead of the negative affirmations, Yogananda ji gave very powerful, blessed, with his grace and blessings, affirmations for changing the thought patterns in the mind. From what? Well, I'll tell you a cute story to start with, that Swami Kriyananda ji was walking by the great master Yogananda ji at one point, and Yogananda ji looks at Swamiji and says, "How are you?" Walter is what he calls him. He called him Walter. And Swamiji went, "Well," and Yogananda goes, "That's good." He wanted to stamp out, "Well." We want to awaken the power in the brain. And one way we do it is through thought, affirmations, powerful thoughts that we repeat in the mind. And I'll do one with you now, but I want to tell you a few of them of Yoganandaji's. One of them is on the will. I will, with my, don't say with me yet, I will, with my own will. What a powerful affirmation, which flows from the divine will to be happy, to be well, to be prosperous, to be spiritual, to be well, to be well. Isn't that a powerful affirmation? In another one, I am submerged in eternal light. It permeates every particle of my being. I am living in that light. The words of the great master, and with his power behind them. We'll say some of these. Another one, I go forth with perfect faith in the power of omnipresent good to bring me what I need at the time I need it. Powerful words. Another one, the last one I'll say. These are just a few of them. I am brave, I am strong. Perfume of success thoughts blows in me, blows in me. I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm sweet, I'm kind. I'm love and sympathy. I'm charming and magnetic. I'm pleased with all. I wipe away all tears and fears. I have no enemy. I am the friend of all. Isn't that beautiful? By Paramahansa Yogananda ji. So affirmations we use every day to change our thoughts to positive thoughts. And finally, I'll go into environment. Be with people who are like-minded, who are positive. Come to events like this. We have online, we have home study, there's all kinds of wonderful, I see my friends from PMC here. Thank you for all your help. Please stand for coming. They help to promote the program. They have wonderful programs on television, YouTube as well. Get into a positive environment. And also, thank you so much. You can come to our centers. We have programs all the time. We have meditations, any positive spiritual work, spiritual center, join in. And the last thing I'm going to say about this is maybe the most important. Watch your mental diet. Do you know what that means? Watch. What are you watching on television? What are you watching on YouTube or whatever? What music do you listen to? Wow. Think about it. I get in some people's cars and they're playing some rock kind of music, and I said, why do you have that on? No, Dhyana ji, I don't listen to that. Well, it's on. And if it's on, it's going into your consciousness. You have to remember that. We have Ananda music. Swami Kriyananda ji wrote a beautiful music. So what are you putting inside of yourself? What books do you read? What magazines? What social media are you looking at? All these things are creating a high potential, a low potential within you. So watch your environment as well. And to close, I want to do a couple of brief practices with you for the next 5 or so minutes. So someone bring the mic and please sit up, and we'll start with a chant and then we'll go further. There are chant affirmations as well. And we're going to start with that. I want to give you a roadmap. Then we're going to do the double breath. We're going to meditate just a couple of minutes. And then we're going to do a healing prayer, affirmation and healing prayer to close. So this is a wonderful chant. You'll have to get unrelaxed from your chair, though. I see some of you sinking in. You'll have to sit up.
Forward in the front half of the chair.
This is a wonderful chant. You can chant it. I'll chant in Hindi and in English. Joy, joy, ever new joy. Now, I think you all are too far away. Please come in closer. And then we'll chant in Hindi as well. Okay, ready? Listen first, then I'll have you join, okay? These are the words of our soul. Ever new joy is the highest potential. Joy, 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 ever new joy. Join, joy, 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 ever new joy, joy. 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 Ananda, Ananda, Nitya Naveen Ananda. Ananda, Ananda, Nitya Naveen Ananda. Ananda, Ananda, Nitya Naveen Ananda. Ananda, 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 Nitya Naveen Ananda. Ananda, Ananda, Nitya Naveen Ananda. Ananda, Ananda, Nitya Naveen Ananda. Ananda, 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 Nitya Naveen Ananda. Ananda, Ananda, Nitya Naveen Ananda. Ananda, Ananda, Nitya Naveen Ananda. Ananda, Nitya Naveen Ananda. Ananda, 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 Nitya Naveen Ananda. Ananda, Ananda, Nitya Naveen. Joy, 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 ever new joy, joy. Joy, 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 ever new joy. Joy, 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 ever new. Ananda, Ananda, Nitya Naveen Ananda. Now let's practice a little bit of meditation. Try again, just one time, inhaling and tensing your whole. Dump the body now. Exhale. Your worries, your doubts, your fears, let them go. Let's do it once more. Charge the body battery with prana, life force. Exhale. Now gaze at the point between the eyebrows. And just slowly begin to observe the flow of your breath. It comes in and back out of the nostrils all day long. We're just focusing on it. We'll go into this more in our class. Just calm yourself, center yourself from watching the flow of the breath into the nostrils and then back out. Keep the gaze upward, the point between the eyebrows. We'll do this just a few minutes, a couple of minutes. Fix your mind on the flow of the breath. Now just sit calmly, feel the peace, calmness within, without watching the flow of the breath. Feel inside yourself your soul, the deepest part of your being. Peace, joy, love, wisdom. Mentally affirm this is my true self. I am joy. I am peace. Feel this as the base, foundation of your life, the essence of your being. Let's close with this affirmation on light, which is an aspect of our soul. These are the words of Yogananda ji. Please repeat out loud after me, then more and more quietly, and then mentally. Gazing up with closed eyes at the spiritual eye. I am submerged in eternal light.
I am submerged in eternal light.
It permeates every particle of my being.
It permeates every particle of my being.
I am living in that light.
I am living in that light.
The divine presence fills me within and without.
Divine presence fills me within and without.
I am submerged in eternal light. It permeates every particle of my being. I am living in that light. The divine presence fills me within and without. I am submerged in eternal light. It permeates every particle of my being. I am living in that light. The divine presence fills me within and without. see these qualities as the deepest part of your being, your essence, your truest, deepest potential. Let's rub our hands together as the great master Yogananda ji taught. And we'll lift the hands, feel the vibrations in the palms of your hands, a tingling sensation, and we'll send out a vibration of Om as we chant Om, sending out light to the whole world, being channels of light. Om. Om. Once more. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Questions and answers now. Okay, you have some questions already? Yeah, please go ahead.
First of all, we'd like to thank you, Dhyana ji, and thank you, Aditya ji, for that wonderful, inspiring, and power-packed session. So can we all give them a round of applause? Thank you. We're truly grateful. We feel that you have empowered us with the tools and techniques that we can take with us back home. So we have a few questions. Do any of you have questions? Good. Okay. So we will come to you, but we have a few questions that I would like to start off with. First question is, I don't have a lot of time. What can I do to integrate today's teachings? Essentially what I'm asking is, what's the least that I can do?
That's an honest question. And I would say start with anything that you can do. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, one practice, the double breathing, sitting looking at the spiritual eye, reading a book, changing the music, doing an affirmation. Start with something. One step. And then you can add if you feel. And then you can add. And I highly recommend you come to the class on meditation, which is following this, because we've only could touch in on a little bit of what we have to offer. There's a lot that this great master Yogananda ji brought. It's a huge toolbox to keep uplifting your energy, your consciousness, your magnetism for your whole life.
I'll just add, friends, it reminded me Swami Kriyananda ji, who wrote 150 books. He said he always wanted to be a playwright, but before he came on the path, before he started meditating, he said he would sit sometimes in the morning with a clean sheet of paper and write, Chapter 1. What shall I write? And he said many people face that block or lack of inspiration. And then, again, Karthikeyan ji, you were there when Swamiji wrote the Bhagavad Gita in 2 months, 600 pages. And he said what really happens is, in the beginning we feel we don't have time. But he said as you invest energy into developing that potential of mind, consciousness, your spiritual potential, he said you find yourself doing everything much more efficiently and effectively. So it's certainly worth the investment, and do invest in time.
I have one more thought from my friend Kavita here, that we had an interview last week. And some people ask about discipline. what should I do? How should I do it? And I said to her, why not follow the joy? Isn't that much better than discipline? So when you start feeling better, then you say, oh, I like yoga postures. I want to do another one. I want to do another half hour. I feel good with meditation. I want to do a little bit more. Okay, so follow the joy of your own soul.
Thank you. I have one more question before we come to you. You know, how you gave us such beautiful affirmations. We felt the joy that comes through with these affirmations. But how can I integrate such positive thoughts and teachings when I'm surrounded in a negative environment?
Whoa. Well, who's not? At sometimes I'm on a plane all the time, in the airports all the time, and meetings all the time. But once you start some of these practices, you feel your aura increases. Some people have very little aura, and it's got a lot of holes in it. You start energizing, doing the pranayama, doing some yoga postures, doing some meditation, you get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. So then you are influencing what's happening. You're not being a victim of everything that's going on. He's the blame, she's the blame, you're the blame. So one person said to Yogananda ji, you can do this, sir, because you're a master. He said, what do you think made me a master? I'm doing. And he also said, listen, my blessing's there, God's blessing's there. Where's your blessing? So as you do it, you get stronger. You can go into situations. People said to me, you're happy because you sit home and chant Om all day. I said, really? That's not my life. So don't say your life is different. Get started, and you'll find that you get stronger and stronger. Your mind gets stronger. You have more energy. You have more magnetism. And you can go into many situations, and you're the strongest person in the room many times.
You know, look at this backdrop for a moment, friends. This is actually a painting Swami Kriyanandaji's successor and our Dharmacharya, Naya Swami Jyotish, recently made. It's called Samadhi. And when I was sitting over there in the beginning and I saw this backdrop, it reminded me of a vision Yogananda ji had many years ago, decades ago. And Yogananda said in this vision, he was standing in a very crowded, difficult environment, very dusty neighborhood. People were shouting. There was a lot of commotion, chaos going here and there. And every now and then, and he was facing the crowd, and every now and then somebody would come, look above his shoulder, and this bliss and beatific feeling, would come in their consciousness, and they would say, oh, but it's way too high for me. And then another person came, and another person came. And so sometimes when we think of our perfection comparing to the saints, we think, oh, this is way too high. And after some time in that vision, Yogananda ji turned around. He said, what are people looking at? And he said he saw this most beautiful mountain. And if you look carefully, he said he looked at the top of the mountain was an astral garden. And that's what everybody wanted. They wanted to reach there. And when he looked at it, he enjoyed the garden so much, and then this thought came, but it's way too high for me. But he said he caught himself over there. And he says, no, I can at least take one step at a time. And so that's what Dhyana ji was saying. No matter what your environment or consciousness be, take one step at a time, be with like-minded people, and slowly the affirmation will become a reality.
Thank you. Can we take a question from the audience, please?
Jai Babaji. I am Pandarinath from here. I am a regular practitioner of meditation and yoga for last 10 years. So I have two doubts. So as you said, we are not a physical body. We are soul conscious.
You have two
questions.
Not
two queries. So I am not, this body is not me. I am soul consciousness. I realized it. But how to balance between physical life and spiritual life? And one more thing is there any solution to come out of, to achieve salvation? That means how to achieve salvation with this body itself. No.
I'll do the first one, you do the second. Can you repeat the first question?
Yes.
How do you balance?
Balance the soul consciousness with the body world.
I mean, that's what the great masters have all taught, isn't it? That's why they came. I mean, we're living in this reality, but in this world, but not of it, isn't it? So this is why we have yoga practices. This is why we meditate. This is why we have Kriya Yoga. This is why we have darshan. This is why we have energization, pranayama. This is why we have it. To be able to feel the soul's nature no matter what the body's doing, isn't it? And Swami Kriyanandaji, I believe he took on karma of people. His body wasn't always well. But he was well, believe me. I mean, he would come to those talks, he would stand up and give the talk, but his body wasn't well all the time. So what are you going to say? I'm ill all the time? Or say, I am well. I had a friend who lived 10 years more, affirming she was well. She had a terminal illness. And Swami Kriyanandaji told her, don't go into the consciousness of the disease. You keep meditating, you keep energizing, you do pranayama, you come to the center, you get out and serve. The doctor said she lived 1 year. 1 year passed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you understand? She was in that body, but not of it, because of the practices that she did. You have to, nobody can get up for you and do it. And what is the best teacher at times? Pain. You feel pain, you go to the yoga class. Your back goes out and you get some help. Okay, so we have to want to do it. But as you do, you find, no, I'm beyond this body. My body may be ill, Swamiji told us to say, but I'm not ill. My body may be unwell, but I am ever well. What a different kind of thinking that is, rather than, where's the doctor, where's the hospital? I'm glad he's my doctor. But people are always looking for the pill. But the pill, really, you have to work on it in yourself.
Thank you, Dhyanaji. And that's another very beautiful question, but can be a long answer. I'll give it short, I hope. How does one find salvation? Yogananda ji once, gave a very beautiful equation. He said, you see, your and my part, the disciples' part, the devotees' part is 25%. We have to do 25% of the work. He said, our guru does 25% of the work, and God's grace does 50% of it. So in our 25%, so first of all, the good news is 75% is being taken care of. Our self-effort, when we raise our awareness, we find that God seems closer because He does reach out and respond to that level. The other thing is, in our part, think again very practically of, Raja Yoga, which is not exclusive. Raja Yoga is bhakti, involving the heart, the devotion, the quest, purifying the heart. Think of jnana, discrimination. Is this right for me? Is this not? Who am I? Why am I doing what am I doing? Introspection, self-study, these components are, something we can do every day. Think of meditation, think of service. Most of us perhaps have jobs. I remember when I was a training surgeon, one time I said yes to 24 hours, then 48 hours, 54 hours of work. And when I said yes to 54 hours one day on behalf of somebody, my friend said, you are a fool. You keep saying yes to everything. Then I gently, later when my senior who had requested me to do it, he left, I said, I'm simply testing the limits of my willingness. It's not for my senior. He was being helped. It was not so much for my patients. I hope they were helped. It was really for me. So it's karma yoga, nishkam karma. So then meditation comes, which gives us a direct experience of God. So think of all these things as a composite. Every day, keep aside some time for your sadhana, for your seva, for your prayers. And then you'll see that's all we can do. That's all we are asked to do. Bring it into your daily life. Don't keep it separate.
Thank you, Aditya ji. We will have a time to interact with the speakers. So, in the interest of time, I would like to now request Shankaraji to come and share some announcements.
Thank you, everyone, and it's been so beautiful so far. The first thing that I want to announce is that we do have the Level 1 class. In fact, everyone has this. You received it as you walked in. So what does Level 1 mean on the top of this? It is our Learn to Meditate class. And how much energy does Aditya Ji, Dhyana Ji have? How much joy? And why do they have that amount of joy? Because it's what they do. And so we want to go in depth with you and teach you meditation, more on affirmations, the energization exercises they were giving us. And so please sign up for that. Now, because you've registered, you already have on your phone a link to register. I don't want everyone to pull out their phone right now because soon Kartikeyan Ji is going to give us some beautiful words. But afterwards, you can pull out your phone and the link to register for this Level 1 or this Learn to Meditate class is on your phone. If for some reason you're not getting reception or something that doesn't work, please take this flyer and go to the registration counters and they will help you register so that you can learn to meditate. As well as you can look at the rest of this flyer that we at our center, we have many programs going on. We want to serve you, we want to help you. We have a Rise and Shine yoga program happening. We're going to be giving many classes. We have visiting acharyas coming. A lot of energies here in our center now, and we want you to sign up for these things, so you can do that with this particular flyer. Also, when we teach the Level 1 class here, I'm going to help teach that. Sandhya Ji will, and Primdas, wherever he is, great. And I just want to get a little feel here. I speak English. मैं English बोलता हूँ क्योंकि this is India and so we have to speak English. Now we are in
right. Hello. Yes. Let's just gently stretch to one side. Take a few deep breaths. Come back to the center. Let's stretch to the other side. Let's take a double inhalation, tense the body. Breathe out and relax. Now please remain seated, standing for a moment. I would like to invite our chief guest Kartikeyan Ji now on stage. Please let's welcome him with a round of applause, friends. Padma Shri Kartikeyan Ji has been with Ananda Sangha now for the last 20 years. He's a patron of Ananda Sangha. Swami Kriyananda Ji used to address Kartikeyan Ji as his spiritual brother in India. And Kartikeyan Ji in the past has served as the Director of CBI, the Director General of National Human Rights Commission, and even today was invited by the Hindustan Times for a day-long meeting conference with the Prime Minister and other dignitaries. Sir has very kindly agreed to stay with us till afternoon, then he'll be leaving for Delhi. So welcome on behalf of us all, Karthikeyanji. I welcome you now to please help launch the book and say a few words on this beautiful book, How to Achieve Your True Potential. I'll invite Sandhya and others to bring the books now.
In fact,
Yes,
just now the Honorable Prime Minister is addressing the Hindustan Times. It's a major event. I've been personally invited, but that invitation came much after my commitment to Ananda, Sangha and Dr. Aditya. And of course, Aditya was good enough to say, give me the option. But I thought I must honor my commitment. And number two, also I know that some of them will be coming to meet me. I know, including Justice Rangarajan and many of the friends whom I could recognize. So I thought I should not disappoint them also. So I will go immediately after that. I'll catch up for the evening programs.
So I'll invite Dhyanaji now to please launch the book, How to Achieve Your Highest Potential, and the series, and gift the first copy to Sri Karthikeyanji. And the touch of Inner Power by Jyotish and Devi ji. I'd like Dhyanaji to please inaugurate and bless the book and gift it to Sandhya, the center leader for Ananda Sangha, Hyderabad. And Swami Kriyananda ji's book, The Art of Supportive Leadership, for Gopal ji, our wonderful friend in Ananda Sangha, Hyderabad. Thank you, friends. Please be seated. I'll invite Karthikeyanji now to please address us.
Namaste, Namaskaram Andi. Good morning, good afternoon to all of you. It has always been a privilege to participate in any of the programs organized by Ananda Sangha. Anywhere in the world, whether it's in Nevada, Assisi, Delhi, Coimbatore, anywhere. And I had the privilege of having the love, affection, friendship and blessings of Swami Kriyananda. A unique personality. He made me humble and proud both by calling me as his brother. Now, Dhyanaji is such a brilliant disposition, brilliant really. And she spoke about two things, many things, but including one is on meditation and number two, affirmations. On meditation, Brahmarshi Yogananda ji said, I quote, even though you may be able to do everything else, but meditate, you will never find joy to equal that which comes when the thoughts are silent and your mind is tuned to the peace of God. This is from the Masters. And then he also says, meditation is the science of God education, God realization. It is the most practical science in the world. Most people would want to meditate if they understood its value and experienced its beneficial effects. The ultimate object of meditation is to attain conscious awareness of God and the soul's eternal oneness with Him. What achievement could be more purposeful and useful than to harness limited human faculties to the omnipotence and omnipotence of the Creator? So, etc., etc. And on this book itself, says, I quote, "Whatever you have made yourself in the past, that is what you are now. By the secret, invisible traces of your own past actions, you have been controlling the power of your present actions." Just think over. Through the law of cause and effect that governs actions, you have ordered yourself to be punished or rewarded. You have probably suffered enough. It is time now for you to parole yourself from the prison of your own past undesirable habits. Since you are the judge, if you are ready to liberate yourself, no jail of suffering, poverty, ignorance can hold you. If failures invade you repeatedly, don't get discouraged. They should act as stimulants and not poisons to your material or spiritual growth. The period of failure is the best season for sowing the seeds of success, etc. And on affirmations, it's a beautiful chapter. Any one of you are going to certainly go home with this book. Yogananda's affirmation for psychological success, Dhyana Ji said some of them. But here, he says, there is no time, otherwise I have to repeat. He says, each one of us is for us. I am brave. I am strong. Perfume of success thought blows in me. I am cool, I am calm, I am sweet, I am kind, I am love, I am sympathy, I am charming and magnetic. I am pleased with all. I wipe away all tears and fears. I have no enemy. I am the friend of all. I have no habits. In eating, dressing, behaving, I am free. I command thee, your attention, to come and practice concentration, etc., etc. Now, please, this is the most valuable gems. Of course, so much has been spoken and written, and books have come. I must congratulate you. Brought up all the collections all the way from Delhi. Yeah, it's a beautiful collection. But now, what's important is now, spirituality is important. Today, so much of tension, depression, everywhere. We know that very well. What's happening now? Individuals, addictions. I am told 60% of the doctors in the West are suffering from stress, tension. Doctors. What's happening to children, Addiction to the gadgets. Addiction to alcohol is going on. But what is worse is addiction to drugs. Even in rural areas here in our own country also. And see the car accidents. Most of the car accidents because people drink and drive. So much more people get killed on the roads than even was. And what's happening in West Asia, Ukraine, I am very fond of, I believe in all the religions. I've been to Kailas Mansarovar, considered holiest by Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism also. Also the latest religion, Baha'i, is also there on the Mediterranean. I've been there. I had been to Jerusalem 3 times. The holiest for Israel, holiest for Christianity, Judaism, even Islam. I'm going to see what is happening now. Thousands of women, children, men fight and get killed, it's okay. Okay means, they have chosen it. Thousands of women, children getting killed every day. We are all watching it. The world is watching it. United Nations is helpless. So this is a type of, and global warming. Glaciers are melting so fast, seawater level rising. Many of the islands are going to be submerged. Our coastal cities will be flooded. Even if you stop everything today, because the damage already done. And this century is responsible for that now. This generation of 100 years. And what are we going to give it to our grandchildren, children, grandchildren? Should they not have clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, healthy food? And for all that, we have seen, the remedy is ultimately meditation, dhyana. I have studied all the religions, all traditions have accepted some thought of meditation throughout the ages and all that now. It's not because the yoga is a gift of India to the world, that's okay for Hatha Yoga, mostly. Physical health is. But what is far more important is the mental health, spiritual health. The leaders, I always tell the religious masters, I said, by all means you glorify your religion, but don't run down other religions, other practices and all that. Ultimately, the destination is the same, paths are many. Politicians, by their very nature, they have to get votes. They cannot speak about unity of everybody and all that. So how do you unify people, everybody, only at the level of meditation, dhyana? All the other things, by all means, you do it. But at the basic of, as Dhyanaji also mentioned, breath. When you are born, you inhale the breath. And when the end comes, the outgoing breath doesn't come back. That's our lifetime, first breath to the last breath. So that is the reality which is everybody, all of us. You may be of any color, any religion, any nationality. So at that level, if you go for meditation, deep meditation, all the other things you can do it later on. Then we know how to harmonize our body, mind and soul, and then go by our conscience. The conscience of everyone will say what is right, what is wrong. So we will not do wrong things, we will not harm others, we will not harm the environment. We all can have a healthy life. And addictions all will go, not because the courts say or the religious masters say. It has not happened, we have seen it all that time. Not law enforcement, jails, all that superficial. So when every one of us are able to realize what is the inherent goodness in us, then it spreads to the families, to the society. Such a society only can create a nations full of peace, harmony. Only a collection of such nations can bring about peace in the world, not because of the world conferences and all that we have seen now. That's the only way we can have individual happiness, family happiness. World without war, we can stop all this happening. I commend all of you. I'm good fortune of associated with this great organization. And thanks to particularly because of my affection for Swami Kriyananda and everybody else also in the organization. I don't know how many of you have you seen, how many of you have gone to Nevada? Okay, you are very fortunate. How many of you have seen this documentary called Finding Happiness? Oh, I'm sorry. We are going to screen it for I've been telling them because now you can see what is happening there, how Swami Kriyananda could create it. I had the privilege of screening it in many cities also. Now we are going to screen today.
Is it today screening?
I don't know, but whenever you have a program, you have people, even if 10 people come, you must screen it because that is a completely powerful way of telling what this organization Ananda could do, how they could create, Mahatma Babaji. Well, we all believe, my friend Rajinikanth goes there, he believes that he gets inspired by Mahatma Babaji even today. And he says whenever he goes and meditates there and some ideas come, those films have been most successful. It's for those who have faith. But then, after a long line of gurus, Paramahansa Yogananda ji, 1920 he went, one of the earliest masters to take the Sanatana Dharma message to the West and now being continued now. And I don't want to say more time because you may have some other program, then I have to go to the airport also. Thank you very much for meeting all of you. Kindly pick up as many books as possible, but at least the one being released today. and follow it up. Yes, we're talking about, Aditya has mentioned about this, I gave him the book because it's by a man who was a coolie. He was a coolie, son of a farm worker, farm laborer, not small farmer. He has to go and work for the day for his evening meal. Abject poverty. Naturally, there is nobody who has studied all that. But this gentleman, he had to discontinue studies because of poverty. Then joined, got into medicine. Well, so many people become doctors, so many people build hospitals. But this man's uniqueness is because he is the most celebrated laparoscopic surgeon in the world, I can say that. This he has got from many American experts have written about him. So once he met me in the flight from Coimbatore to Delhi, he brought his bulky book and showed it to me. It's called Art of Laparoscopy. Bulky book. I don't understand much, but anyway, you should. There's a lot of photographs and all these things. Then he said, sir, I have one desire. I want to meet President Kalam. And when I came to know his background, that is from out of nothing he has become something really great. I said, yes. The moment days went, I rang up the president. Those days he was available on the mobile phone. He had his number. I told him, sir, you must meet this man. Sir, he asked me how many people to meet. I said, no, he's a unique person. From nothing he has become a... So to encourage him. So he said, bring him. I took him. It spent more than an hour with him. He said, some of the surgeries, he said it takes 8 hours. Microsurgeries and all that. Dr. Kalam asked him, Doctor, what about your hand? He said, sir, unlike others, I have worked in the farm. Physical labor I have done for years. So my shoulders are strong enough and all that thing. Then he told him, because of the way you have come, you must write your autobiography. That was about 15 years back. Then I used to remind him whenever I meet him, what happened to your promise to Dr. Kalam? He's a very busy man, you know. People come from all over the world also to come. The other day, somebody mentioned to me in the flight, because he saw me in the book release function. He said, my uncle had a problem. We went to him to the best of hospitals in America. They said, we cannot assure his survival because it's very risky. He came back. He said, Dr. Palani Velu said, I will do it, and he is leaving now. He told me just the other day, but I was at the flight also. So, I thought, why I got the chairman, he said, I want to release the book, but I would like to have the president, the chairman of the Tatas, Chandrasekhar Tata. I said, big man, anyhow, I don't say I can't do it, like I took Swami Kriyananda to Dr. Kalam also. I said, okay, I wrote to him, and he knows me. And then he said, I don't know this man. I said, I know him. I know Dr. Palani Velu, and I am asking you not because of Palani Velu. I want to let the world know anyone can become anything. As long as you are working. Anyone can become anything. That's why, they say, Aham Brahmasmi, Tatvamasi, all these things, the divinity in each one of us and all that. So, the only thing is, what is the title? Read it.
How to awaken your true potential.
Potential. That is possible for every one of us. Spirituality is the best way. Meditation, yoga, Kriya Yoga. This is the path. If you go with faith, we can become anything. You don't have to become everybody. You need not become Dr. Kalam or Palani Velu or something, but you will achieve the best what is possible in your circumstances and all that. So this man, I told Palani Velu, he said 2,000 people were there in Coimbatore. Ministers were in the audience, can you believe? Ministers are used to only be on the stage. Dr. Palani Velu, myself, Chandrasekharan, and his 90-year-old school teacher who encouraged him. He was also there, he honored him. What I'm saying is, I said, how did it happen? He said, sir, 45 years I have done surgery to all of them. And he says, and he was also telling, even today, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old people are also having, they say there's some cancer and all that. But another thing, I will take that advantage to tell you. He says, too much of meat eating, alcohol, smoking, tension, stress. Because of that, even youngsters are getting into these things. So I take the opportunity to say, I promote vegetarianism. Go for plant-based diet. So that compassion to others also, they also have the right to, like us, human beings, everything created by the divine, they all have the right to live, not to be eaten by us. And best way is plant-based diet. Don't smoke, don't touch alcohol. Please reduce your screen time so that you can, the children also, you can't be watching and then have children. And can limit the time of the, iPad and all these things, because this addiction is also in there. So we have to save the world. Because our ancestors lived well, they gave it to us. Only we are destroying this. We have got a duty to, and how do you spread? Each one of us can spread it to as many as possible. And let's create a world where there is justice, peace and harmony. And this killing of, senseless killing. Animals, some of the animals have to live only by eating. Other animals. But they don't kill unnecessarily. They eat, they are happy for the next 10 days, they won't bother about others. Here, we are killing, senseless killing. All these things, you have got a long way. Big responsibility on each one of us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Thank you.
Thank you, Karthikeyanji. Thank you so much. Okay, so dear friends, we're now officially launching our book fair. As you can see, there are several books here. In fact, Swami Kriyanandaji was commissioned by his guru, Paramahansa Yoganandaji, to write, lecture and edit. And did he write? He wrote more than 150 books. In my or your lifetime, maybe we may not even read 150 books, but he's written over 150 books. Of course, on this occasion, we're offering a curation. We've made combinations of essentials. Like Karthikeyanji was saying, meditation is the need of the day. And we have an essential combination for meditation. What are the books from Swami Kriyanandaji's writings that you will need to learn all about meditation? Likewise, we have combinations for health and healing. We have combinations for biographies and scriptures and material success and business. Right? So we have several combinations. Take advantage of these offerings. The whole combination will be coming to you at a discounted price. And we have a lot more outside this door, and we have one near the food section as well. So on that note, I would now, you all have your raffle tickets with you, right? Yeah. So we have, this is the first of such programs. In January and every month thereafter, there will be several workshops, one every month. And each of these workshops will be based on a book like the one that we have today, How to Awaken Your True Potential, which is part of a series called The Wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda. These books are all compilations of Master's teachings from his newspaper articles, from his speeches, lectures, classes, etc. So, a book from that particular workshop. For example, in January, we're having a workshop which will be on the book How to Achieve Glowing Health and Vitality. So the first person who gets picked will receive this book as a gift. So let's see who that is. Yes, Dhyana ji.
535.
Who has that raffle? 535. Don't feel shy. Please come and pick your gift. 535. Okay. Okay, let's pick another one.
Four to six.
4 to 6? Oh, wonderful. Please come. Could you please state your name for us?
Kirti.
So, Kirti got the book, How to Achieve Glowing Health and Vitality. The next book for the workshop in February is around the book Karma and Reincarnation.
459.
Okay, we have 459. And your name is?
Archana.
Congratulations. Thank you. And the workshop in March is around the book How to Achieve Courage, Calmness and Confidence.
210.
210? Wonderful. Please come. And the next book in April is How to Be Happy All the Time.
446.
446. We don't have 446 in the room. Okay. Let's pick one other, Dhyanaji. Your name, please?
Mahesh.
Mahesh. Congratulations, Mahesh. Somebody wants to be happy all the time. Let's see who that is.
553.
Okay, here we go. Wonderful. And the last of these workshops in May is How to Be a Success. Master has written extensively on how to be a success in everything that we do. And that would be?
Jayadeep.
Congratulations, Jayadeep. Hmm.
Four to five.
Wonderful. How to be a success. So these are just 5 books. There are over 1,000 copies here. So please come, pick your copy, and the speakers, Dhyanaji, Adityaji, and Shankaraji, will be signing these books. So you can always come forward and get the books signed. And you are?
My name is Rajesh Khilwani.
Congratulations, Rajesh. Yes. So, and now I would request everybody to kindly stand. We would like to request Dhyanaji to kindly bless the spiritual book fair.
Let's close our eyes and feel light coming from every one of these priceless treasures. The teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda ji, the great yoga master. Just feel the light of his words, his teachings, techniques going out throughout Hyderabad to people in need everywhere for upliftment of their energy, their minds, hearts, souls, to become their highest the potential. Let's rub our hands and visualize each one of these books being held by someone who's being drawn into the light, the love, the joy, the peace of the divine through these words. Let's raise our hands, chant Om, blessing these books and the book fair. Om. 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 Closing words for today from the great Master Yogananda ji. Your success in life depends not only upon your natural ability, it depends also upon your determination to grasp the opportunities presented to you. Opportunities in life come by creation, not by chance. They are created by you, either now or in the recent or distant past. Since you have earned them, use them to the best advantage. Om Shanti Shanti. Many blessings to all of you. I hope to meet you now as you come up to the book fair and come up to greet us. God bless you. Thank you for coming.
So you can, pick up your book